Just take a look at that stunning view. I'm on top of the world with my head in the clouds because tonight on Treasure Hunt we're on the South Island of New Zealand. Dermot is with the contestants in the London studio, but will they find the treasure? Stay with us to find out.
Hello and welcome to Treasure Hunt, the show where our two contestants strive to crack our 5 cryptic clues and win themselves treasure worth up to £2,000. Now, this week our shows are coming from all around the world, and today we're in New Zealand on the South Island in Christchurch. Christchurch is the largest city on the South Island and is often referred to as the Garden City. That's because of its beautiful parks and botanic gardens. With the Southern Alps to the west and the South Pacific to the east, Christchurch itself is a flat city and is very English in character. And on the subject of characters, let's meet today's two contestants. They are Sarah Bradshaw and Colin Dudgeon. Hello to you both.
Hello.
Now, Colin, where do you come from and what do you do?
Originally from Northern Ireland, and I live in London, and I market radio stations.
And Sarah, what about you?
I come from Ipswich in Suffolk, and I work at the hospital there as a nursing administrator.
And what brings you two together? Why have you teamed up?
It was your idea.
It was my idea. We are brother and sister-in-law and tend to get into fairly competitive games when we get together on family occasions and on holidays. And it started out as a bit of a joke, but we're
It got
here.
quite serious.
It did.
And here we are.
Now, tell me, Colin, what about hobbies, interests, pastimes?
They tend to be quite outdoor. Hill walking, mountain walking, and golf after a fashion.
Sarah, what about you? Are you the outdoorsy type, or do you have to be able to see something you're walking to, a bit like
I'm quite
me?
the opposite of Colin. I'm a very indoors type, I think you could say. A lot of my pastimes and hobbies are more creative, and I only walk if there is a purpose to walking and somewhere to go, as opposed to Colin, who...
or if there isn't a taxi or a
scales
bus.
the peak. Exactly, yes.
Best of luck to you both.
Thank you.
Now, let me tell you, you've got 40 minutes in all to solve the 5 clues. To help you, we've got a range of reference material around the room here. As you can see, the standard reference books up here, everything from a dictionary to an encyclopedia of Britain. Not sure how relevant that may be, but you never know, could come in handy. Behind you, there are books about Australia, New Zealand, and below there, more specific guidebooks and leaflets and things like that. And last but by no means least, our computer there behind you, loaded up with a CD-ROM. So, feeling happy?
Absolutely.
I think so.
Well, let us begin. And let's start by finding out where exactly Susie is. Over to you, Susie.
I'm on Mount Pleasant, which is just to the south of Christchurch, set amongst the Port Hills. And if you just look over there, that's Littleton Harbour, which is the main port for Christchurch.
And that's
and
behind
a huge
you, is it?
importance. That's
OK,
behind
Susie,
me, yeah.
we're just going to turn the map light on and try and find you. Here we go. Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant, where have you...
There it is.
There we are.
Pleasant. There we go.
Let's get the helicopter on it. OK, we've got you, Susie.
OK, excellent. That's where the European settlers came in the 1850s. And it's also where Scott and his crew left to go on that ill-fated journey to the Antarctic and the South Pole. So if you know where I am, I guess we can just go and read out the first clue, Dermot.
We certainly can. Are you ready, Susie?
I'm ready.
Ready in the studio?
We're ready.
We're ready.
Let's start that clock then. Clue number 1. Here we go. In Islington's PO area, join Karen's duty to a honey drink, take the omnibus for Lycaon's kingdom and rub a magic lantern. Well. Any ideas there? Rub a magic lantern. Well, that's the last one might involve genies, but...
Join Karen's duty
Right,
to a honey
I'll just
drink.
wander back
OK,
to the
Susie,
heli.
you get to the
That's the
helicopter.
helicopter.
What are your thoughts?
And
Just picking my way through
Islington.
these...
and what's Sharon?
It's a bit of rough terrain for us, isn't it, boys?
Karen.
Karen's duty to a honey drink.
to
Okay, here's our
I have a look at Karen.
pilot.
Yeah, whether we can find out first of all where Islington's PO area is. Islington.
Good morning.
Hello, we're just trying to work out which way you should be heading, Susie.
Excellent. Any ideas?
PO.
Post office. Post
Mount
office.
Vernon, there's a sorting office at
Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon.
There is. It's
So-
North London.
North London. So
What's it called?
Mount Vernon Park, which is
So it's northwest, sort of. In fact, it's more or less due west, Susie.
Due west?
Yeah, towards Mount Vernon Park. That's probably right, isn't it? Join
think
Karen.
so.
Sure, you just want to be absolutely certain that we get Susie going in the right direction. Islington's PO area.
Oh, Mount Pleasant. Wait a minute. Now, Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Vernon. Mount Pleasant. It's north. I beg your pardon. It's not Mount Vernon. It's Mount Pleasant. Yeah, can you head north to Mount Pleasant, Susie?
So Susie's on Mount Pleasant, but there's an area.
There's an area. Yeah.
No, Susie, there's an area due north of you also
I'm going to
called
look up
Mount
Karen,
Pleasant.
see
Yeah,
what we
that
get
would
from
work.
Okay.
Karen.
Yeah, that's a post office sorting place, isn't
That is,
it?
it's got its own tube system. It's the biggest one, I think, in Britain.
Join Karen's duty to a honey drink. A honey mead?
So we're going to Mount Pleasant.
Mead, yeah.
Mead,
that's
take
that's
the
a honey drink, isn't it?
omnibus
Mead.
to Lycean's
Well,
Kingdom.
let's find out Karen now.
Karen.
Karen.
What's Karen's duty mean?
I'm just looking up Karen on Britannica.
Who or what was
Okay,
Karen
lovely.
and what was his
then-
or her duty?
The omnibus to
Absolutely.
Lycean's.
Beautiful.
Karen's a
here
character
today.
from Greek mythology, the son of Erebus and Nyx.
Right.
His duty was to ferry over the river Styx and Acheron those souls of the deceased who had received the rites of burial.
To a honey drink. Is there anything about honey drinks?
So he's a character from Greek mythology, Karen, whose duty was to ferry the dead across the river Styx.
In art, Karen was represented as a morose and grisly old man.
I wonder whether
In Etruscan, he appeared as a death demon armed with a hammer. Eventually he came to be regarded as the image of death and of the world below.
So we've got, he ferried them across the river Styx.
So is there a ferry?
Is there a
anything to do
ferry?
with
Right,
Ferry.
okay.
Ferry in Mount Pleasant.
I've got a book here about enjoying the Port Hills area, so let's have a look. Mount
Just have a look on the map here. We've got
Mount Pleasant. Ferry Mead.
Ferry Mead,
So
that's
Ferry
it.
Mead.
What have we got so far then?
Ferry Mead
Take
Historic
the
Park.
omnibus for Lycean's Kingdom.
okay, right. So,
So-
you think Susie should? That would fit, wouldn't it? Karen's duty was to ferry the dead across the river Styx. There's the
That's
ferry.
right. Ferry
To
and
have a
Mead.
drink.
I've got a
Mead.
thing here about Ferry Mead Ferry.
Very neat.
Take the omnibus for Lycean's Kingdom. Need to look up Lyceum. Ferry Mead Ferry.
There's two
here.
ferries here.
I'm still going to.
So do you want Susie to head for Ferrymead Park?
I think that makes sense, yes.
Susie, that looks like it's a slight deviation from Mount Pleasant, not very far away. Can you see
northwest.
Ferrymead Historic Park?
Ferrymead Historic Park we want to go to now.
Slightly to the
I
west, we
suggest that
think.
she needs to take the bus rather than the ferry. Take the omnibus.
We
Well,
need
maybe
some
when
more
she gets
information.
there, we need to find out
We
a
need
bit
some
more
more
about
information about
Ferrymead.
Ferrymead
Ferrymead.
Historic Park. Do you want to have a look at that? I'll check over
Yeah.
here.
Anything I can
Here we
do,
go,
guys?
Ferrymead.
Lycean.
Heritage
Do we know
Park.
what Lycean? Lycean's Kingdom.
Do you think
I
this
have
is
no
more
idea.
Greek mythology? Are we
It
heavy on the
sounds
mythology
similar.
here?
It could well be. I'll just quickly check.
Do you want to
Is there
check
any
that
Yeah.
on the CD again?
Okay, let's see how it's spelt again.
What is Lyceon's
see.
Kingdom?
There we go. That was the hilly bit of Christchurch, and then you can see the rest of it's really flat.
Whereabouts
We're just
are you,
flying over
Susie?
a railway station. Railway line actually, not a station.
Is that part of the park, Susie?
Is this the park here? Are we actually over the park? No. Yes, I'm over the park that you have to.
Yeah, I'm just reading about this park. It says it's a working museum park, contains old locomotives, household appliances,
Let's see it.
cars and other
I can see
machinery.
some trams down here. Does that help at all? Trolley bus.
There's a trolley bus.
There's a trolley bus tram here. Does that help you?
Yes, it says take the omnibus for Lycean's Kingdom.
Right, so we need to land, please.
Land near the bus.
So we need to take the trolley bus to somewhere called Lyceum.
Lycean's Kingdom. We're just trying to look up what
Trying to
Lycean's
find out what
Kingdom
Lyceum's
is.
Kingdom is.